Okay, so Carrie bought 182 roses from the flower store. She wants to give them to her friends in bunches of 12. How many bunches will she be able to make? So again, this is a division problem. So we're going to divide 182 by 12. This is something that your multiplication chart can help you with. I'm going to ask myself, can 12 go into 1? The answer is no, so I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to ask myself, can 12 go into 18? It absolutely can one time. So 1 times 12 is 12. Going to subtract, and 8 minus 2 is 6. I'm going to bring down that 2, and I'm going to look at my multiplication chart to see how many times 12 can fit into 62 without going over. See, 12, I can get to 60, but 72 would go over, so I'm going to stop at 60. And 12 times 5 is 60. And I have 2 left over. So I would have 2 what left over? Well, I have 182 roses. So I'd have 2 roses left over. Remainder 2. So I can make 15 bouquets. So the question is, do I round up to 16 bouquets or do I round down to 15 bouquets? Well, it says that she bought 182 roses. I can't round up because I don't have more than 182 roses. What I would have to do is I would have to stop at 15 bouquets and just have 2 extra flowers left over. Maybe I'll put them in my hair. I don't know. So she can make 15 bouquets for her friends. The remainder we're just going to leave off. So circle that 15. That's the answer to number 3. Then we have Kayla, who bought 300 cupcakes, and then she divided those cupcakes among her 35 classmates. So let's take 300 cupcakes and let's divide it by 35 people. Somehow I have a feeling it's not going to be even. Can 35 go into 3? No, it cannot. Can 35 go into 30? No, it cannot. It's too big. So we have to figure out how many 35s fit into 300. Here is my suggestion to you. This is what I taught my own kids, my son and daughter, to do. So on the side, you can just keep adding 35. Instead of trying to guess how many it can be, over here you're going to add 35 and 35. 35 and 35 is going to give you 10. Carry the 1, it's going to give you 70. We can get closer to 300 than that. Let's add another 35. If we add another 35, we get 5 over here, we get 10 over here. We're getting closer, but we can still get closer to 300, right? Can add another 35 over here. 5 plus 5 is 10. I add that over here. I get 4, so I have 140. I bet I can get closer to 300. I'm going to add another 35. Going to add another 35. I get 175. I can get closer. I'm going to add another 35. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry that 1. That's going to give me 11. Carry that 1. That gives me 210. I'm getting closer to 300, but I bet I can go even closer. So that's just my mom's fun in the background. Don't worry about that. So I got 5 and 4 and 2. 245. You know what? I think I could fit another one in. Let's see. Let's add another 35. And I'll get 10 over here. Carry that. I get 8 and 2. Now I can't go any higher than that without going over 300. Okay? So let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 35. So I added 35 8 times, and I got 280. Sometimes it's easier than guessing and multiplying. Okay? So when I subtract that, I'm going to have to borrow from this, add it to this, borrow from this, add it to this. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 8 is 1. And 2 minus 2 is 0, so I have a remainder of 15. So the question that it asks is how many cupcakes are left over? What do you think? Well, I started out with 300 cupcakes. I have a remainder of 15. So this tells me how many cupcakes were left over. There's your answer.